It was that time of year again, and all throughout Equestria, celebrations were taking place. Far from the regalia and splendor of birthdays and kingdom-wide holidays, ponies were gearing up for a holiday far more important than a yearly merrymaking. Gifts were all but arbitrary. The best gifts, however, were encouraged by all, and almost always never to be expected by the recipients. After all, what better time of year to celebrate the very ponies that gave birth to a model pony, that of which brings a new light into an already shining world of magic and friendship. From humble homes of towns and villages, to the great palaces and fortresses of the kingdoms and empires, Mother's Day was bright and beautiful. And all but few were filled with joy by its long-awaited arrival. In the clouds and Colosseum of the Pegasus city of Cloudsdale, mothers were honored and revered as ex-parently role models, their wings adorned with traditional leis, and they themselves given plenty of airspace to fly around the city and spend time with their beloved children of the sky. In the Earth Pony cities of Trottenham, Baltimore, and Appaloosa, mothers were treated to a day of magnificence. The gifts they received were commonplace to most holidays, but their spirits bolstered by the love and devotion provided by those who gifted them. Tears of joy were shed and stories were told, but nothing could compare to the pride the mothers felt for the ones they raised and supported up to this day. In the Royal Guard barracks of some cities Equestria-wide, the protectors of the crown were receiving tremendous news. Her Royal Highness, Princess Celestia, in agreement with her younger sister, Princess Luna, had called for a rare event. To those who'd wished to not volunteer to stay behind, the Royal Guards were given an uncommon freedom. They hung up their bulky suits of armor and put away their spears and swords, in favor of putting on some nicer clothing and treating their mothers to dinner in the city's finest eaters. It had been a long time since they'd seen their relations during their tour of duty, and everything had to be absolutely perfect for such an occasion to be memorable for as long as they lived. From the first glimpses of sunrise to the coming of the stars at night, mothers were given relief as to the whereabouts and safety of their offsprings in daily lives. Despite the forgetfulness of some ponies in the land, all seemed as if things were right in the world. The air was just right, and the skies were crystal clear. Even the animals seemed to be paying a visit to their own mothers, wherever they could find them anyway. In the land of Equestria, the greatest kingdom in the world, from the eyes of all who remained in a positive light, sadness was but a figment. Everything was perfect. Speaking of perfect, one such pony was so devoted to Mother's Day that she'd been counting down the very minutes themselves to the final approach of this momentous occasion. In the field not too far from her hometown of Ponyville, Fluttershy skipped along the ground as happily as could be, humming a soft, jumpy tune to the rhythm of each and every step. In her mouth, she carried a bouquet of flowers of which she hoof-picked one by one with tender loving care. And in her hair, she carried a bright pink barrette, something her mother gave her when she graduated from flight school. As she ascended the small hill, her merriment brought her back to an earlier point in her life, a small section of a timeline of special happenings of which she would never forget. Her 5th birthday in the city of Cloudsdale, she felt was the thing of utmost significance to return to mind. There she sat on a balcony, staring out into the city with wonder in her eyes, marveling at the size and majestic of fresh, new rainbows pouring out from the city's rainbow factory, a central hub where the very symbols of peace, tranquility were carefully mixed, assembled, and partially flavored, as she unfortunately found out one curious spring morning, and shot into the sky. Some rainbows ascended from miles into the heavens, carrying over into distant lands behind the mountains and deep valleys. Just then, a triple soft knocks arose at her bedroom door, and her mother, Tenderheart, bright and beautiful as ever, quietly slipped inside and surprised her from behind with a warm hug and freshly baked cake. Atop of the cake was a neat assembly of colorful, lit candles, the proper gateway for a traditional birthday wish. With a single wisp of her breath, she wished for her mother to always love her, forever and ever, no matter what. A bit of a cheesy yearning in her day and age, but a yearning nonetheless. Fluttershy was just about to continue her ever so pleasant journey down the golden brick road of memory lane, when she noticed she was nearing the top of the hill. She could see her mother waiting for her at the top of the sun-bathed land, and quickened her pace. She arrived at the top of the hill in no time flat, brimming with excitement. Mother's Day was truly a one-time event for her. Her position as Ponyville's caretaker for all things big and small prevented her from doing much of anything unless it was with her friends or pets. It wasn't easy, but some pony has to do it. Such a job took a lot out of her. She didn't even bother to plan a schedule to include free time, but whatever time she was given outside of caring for the local fauna, she used as thoroughly as possible. Every moment counted and not a single one was ever put to waste. She liked that about herself. That's what made her, well, her. But she couldn't thank herself. She wouldn't thank herself. The reward belonged to some pony else entirely. And Mother's Day was the only time of year she could ever personally honor the one who raised her and called her her own. The one who cared for her. The one who sheltered her. The one who taught her. The one who loved her.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy.
Fluttershy laid down a bouquet of flowers in front of her mother's grave.